name is Eric Kuhn. I'm a fifth grade teacher here at fifth
Hold
grade.
on, Eric. Hold on, Eric. You got to count down backwards out loud from 3.
All right. Hold on.
What it does, because I'm the last person to talk, it holds the picture on my screen. So that's why I'm having you count out loud backwards from 3.
All right. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I got to give these kids a direction.
All right.
All right, everybody. Hey, I wrote the directions in the chat. We all have to stay muted because I'm in a meeting right now. So I'll be back in a minute. All right, I'm ready.
All right. So I'm going to say I'm out, then you're going to count down backwards from 3 out loud, and then you're good to go. So I'm out.
3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone. My name is Eric Kuhn, and I'm a fifth grade teacher here at Grover Cleveland. I've been teaching for over 25 years now, and all of them have been with the Erie School District. A couple of those buildings I've been in include Wilson, Burton Elementary, Emerson Gridley, and now our great Grover Cleveland. The classroom these days is pretty empty. Obviously, we don't have any students in our room right now, but hopefully come November, I'll have all your smiling faces here. My desk, though, is littered with all of the materials that we are using to instruct online. You should have those materials available at home. And while we're Zooming, we're interacting using those resources. Expectations. I would expect us to always be doing our best. And as we've already said several times this year, we expect that we're going to be making mistakes along the way, but that's okay. Because remember, we learn through our mistakes. Any questions you have when you don't understand, please ask. Always be respectful of yourself, of each other. And once again, we always want to be doing our absolute very best. Remember, this is a new learning experience for all of us, and we'll get through it together. Trust me. Now, a little message to the families. I know this is a unique way of learning, but I hope we can always be able to work together. We want to be able to work together with this new platform to make this a very successful year for all of us, especially your child. I appreciate what you do as a parent at home, and I look forward to a successful school year. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Hi, I'm Lisa Peterson. I'm Mrs. Peterson. This is my 31st year of teaching, 28 of it, which is in 5th grade. So I just wanted to point out some of our tools in our homeroom, especially on our homeroom page. You're going to see a calendar for the students where they can click and get some daily information. The middle tab is a weekly calendar, very important. I post all of our work there. If they're ever missing work or you want to know what we're doing, it's pretty much up to date to what we're doing. Also, there's a question tab. So if you look there, there's all kind of information about the student's daily schedule and parent portal information and all the things that both you and your student would need to know. In addition to that, I just want everyone to know 8:45 we start, and we'll go through that calendar and we'll talk about and get our fun day started. And then at exactly 9 o'clock, we start our reading. And so we'll be doing reading together. And then about 10:30, we'll be taking our break. About 10:40, we start back up with our math through lunch. In the afternoon, we'll meet again at 12:30. And at this time, we have some independent work, but between 12:30 and 1:30, we have a mix of independent and small group work. And then they have specials, or we end our day together. 2 o'clock is our homeroom, and 2:15 is our actual end of the day. So my expectations are that students will be present during that time, particularly our live Zoom meeting time. Not only present, but participating and prepared. All right, my biggest concern is my same concern I'd have here is if the students were present in my classroom, and that is that they can go leave Grover Cleveland and go to a middle school and be ready to do the things that they need to do. As far as the work, I have my courses set up. and the weekly folder. So it's relatively easy for them to find their work within their weekly folders. We have a mix of classwork and quizzes and tests. Please check their grade tab across the top. Their grades are there. And in addition, you can see that if the assignment is done or not done. If it's a done assignment, it'll have a point value next to it. But if it's not done, there's a little line. They don't need to look far, because if they click on that link, it takes them right to an assignment if it needs to get done. Our attendance will be visible on Infinite Campus for parents to see. And if they are absent, please, just like you would at school, send a excuse, except you can send excuse via email, and I will pass it along to the office. Again, my biggest concern is that students are here. Not only that they're here though, but they're sitting up, participating, minimizing their distractions so that they can get the most out of this. Because honestly, my expectations are that we are covering the 5th grade curriculum, and I want the students to be able to master their 5th grade skills so they can move on to 6th grade and be very successful. So again, if you have any questions or anything, please email me or call me. I'm always available, and I'll be happy to meet with you virtually and or talk to you online. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sable. I'm a 5th grade teacher here at Grover Cleveland. I've been teaching for 25 years, and most of those years in 5th grade, at a few other schools in the district, but at Harding for a lot of years. But I fit into Grover Cleveland. I've always wanted to come here, so I'm very excited to be here. This will be my 3rd year here. Because I've taught 5th grade for so long, I've taught all the subjects. So when we found out that we would be self-contained and we would be teaching all of them, I felt comfortable with that because I've taught them all. I want to say I love the start of the school year. It's been very difficult, but your students, your children and my students have really made it so wonderful. It's been tough. It's a tough change for all of us, but they are so supportive for the most part, at least. They're coming and showing up on time. They're showing up every day. They're participating. They're engaged, and they're excited about the learning. We start our day at 8:45. I take attendance. And then by 9 o'clock, we really get going, maybe even 5 to 9. So if they can really try to be here, they have their asynchronous morning time, whether that it would be, there is usually an assignment that Mr. Carter, Mrs. Fiorelli post, whether that be working on Smart Futures, or there'll be a related arts asynchronous assignment so that the teacher wouldn't be there, but they will have an assignment from 8 to 8:45. And from 8:45 until 11:50, with a break or two put in, I start out with language arts, and then we go into math. And during that time, there'll be some independent work. We'll go over the work. Sometimes we'll be doing the work together, obviously. And then we have lunch from 11:50 to 12:30. But at that point, I also give them an asynchronous assignment. So they do have a little more time to finish their lunch and complete the assignment. That might be going on Smart Futures or iReady or Amplify Reading, or a separate math, paper pencil assignment in their workbook. And then we come back at 1 o'clock. We have relateds on every 4 days. 3 of those days we have are relateds from 1:25 until 2 o'clock. And on other days that we don't, again, we'll have independent assignments. Sometimes the math carries over. Right now, the math has been carrying over, starting at 1 o'clock, finishing up math for the day. And that's how it's gone so far. As I said, I appreciate all the support that I've had from the students and from the parents. Please call or email me, esable@eriesd.org, or call the school if there are any problems. And I love having your students and look forward to a continued great year. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Mark Sabunya. I'm the learning support teacher for grade 5 here at Grover Cleveland. I've been doing this for 28 years. I've spent time at Lincoln, Grover Cleveland here, and Connell and Jefferson. On a typical day, what you'll see with the students I work with, I do a combination of push-in services where I go into the classrooms while the kids are sitting in with their general education teachers and provide the services right within the classroom. We'll do breakout sessions where we do differentiated instruction, and I can address some of the goals that are in their IEPs right within the classroom. And then the other type of push-in or other type of service I provide is pull-out, where I have kids come into my own Zoom meeting and we work on instructional skills at their levels to address those goals in their IEPs. Basically, what I'm looking for from the kids is effort. As long as they're putting in their best effort, that's all I can ask. And they'll be successful if they're doing that. And lastly, it's extremely important to keep the lines of communication open. I can't solve a problem or address a concern if I don't know about it. So I'm asking the parents to contact me by email or phone whenever there is a concern, so we can get on top of it and figure out what we need to do to help your kid be successful. And I look forward to working with your students, and I hope you all have a great year. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Steve Hefner. I'm going to first of all say welcome to a start of a very interesting year, a little different. Before we get too far along, let me just tell you a little bit about myself. This is my 32nd year as a teacher, 27 in the Erie School District, my 3rd here at Grover Cleveland. I've taught everything from 3rd grade through 8th grade. Majority of it has been spent teaching mid-level math. I'd like to talk to you just a little bit today about what the expectations are this year. And I guess we're trying to make this as normal as possible in very unusual situation. So by that I mean, you know, we would expect students to be here on time, to be prepared with notebooks and books, pencils, something to write with or write on, any homework, to do homework, to pay attention, to ask questions, to try to minimize the distractions as much as possible. And by that, turn the TV off. If they're pets, please don't have the pets here. Have students sitting at a desk or at a table rather than, just lying in bed or on the couch. Everything we can do to make this as typical of a school year as possible. And again, in times that are just not typical. Our day starts at about 8:45 when they come to me. We'll have a morning meeting, take attendance. At 9 o'clock, we start our language arts. That lasts till about 10:30. We take a short break and then we have math for the rest of the morning. It's about an hour and 10 minutes before lunch. After lunch, we come back and it's an asynchronous time where they will spend most of the time doing computer work, either on Amplify or iReady or Smart Futures. At 1 o'clock, we will then have science or social studies. We could also use that time to make up any work that we didn't quite finish in the morning with reading and math and getting any individual help that somebody might need. At that time, normally at 1:30, we have related art from 1:30 till about 2. At 2 o'clock from 2 to 2:15, we'll just kind of wrap things up. If anybody has any questions or has some extra help that they need, just one-on-one, we can use that time. And then we would dismiss at 2:15. Again, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out. You can reach me at shuefner@eriesd.org, or you could call the school. Be available to talk to you anytime about any concerns that you have, and I will do the same to you. I'll be glad to reach out if I have any questions or concerns at all about the performance of your child. We'll finish up just saying, you know, our job at the 5th grade level is to try to prepare students to succeed in the middle school, and we're going to do everything we possibly can. And again, what you can do to help is, again, communicate as often as possible and just help make sure that the distractions are minimized and that we try to keep things as normal as we can in these kind of crazy times. Thank you. I look forward to the year. Look forward to working with you to help your child succeed.